doing some renovations at the house, and I can't figure out what color to paint my rec room. Got any ideas? Nothing? Nada? I just don't get this. You and I were spawned from the same sperm, flushed from the same birth canal, raised by the same parents.
Enriched and dramatic story about the relationship between two brothers. It almost feels Shakespearean in a way, or biblical in relation to like Cain and Abel, in its undertones and overall themes. But there are some powerful monologues that are at display, especially in Act Two, and the opening does a great job of lulling you into this false sense of security as to what kind of story is really about to be told. So there's a lot of good storytelling and filmmaking techniques going on here.
Cinematography in this was stunning, especially in low light conditions that they had. It just, everything was beautiful. It was crystal clear. Loved the dog, very adorable. Glad they decided to have the dog in there. The actors were really good. They were very amazing. Very believable, very organic. And also there were so many parts of this that were very, very funny between the two of them and their rapport and how they would go back and forth. But there were also a lot of moments that were very poignant too, that just kind of, it goes from being very funny to bringing you back to reality. The story was well written, and it was, the way that they revealed things was really great. And I loved the music, that great music choice that they picked for the ending scene.
I liked specifically like how they balanced the tension and comedy together, like because like when bro does his monologue at the and in the middle with like the whole with his wife, and you really feel it, and you really like he's really feeling it and you're really feeling it, and the film, it seems like the knew when to pull back the jokes and like let us sit in that. And then also to break the tension, have the jokes. When he lifted his hand up, I was like, hey yo, that was one a good effect. Also, that's an example of like one, it's Ayo off of that's kind of funny, but also Ayo off of like that's wild. Like so it's like a good example of places of how they balance tension and comedy well in here.
Part kind of crime noir, part family drama, and part just kind of existential inquiry. You know, it was just pondering questions of life and God, and why things happen, why bad things happen to good people, and so forth. And yeah, I think the takeaway was a very fatalistic one, you know, which is definitely a viewpoint that's out there. So, you know, the actors did a good job. You know, everybody was very well cast. The two detectives and the two brothers, they all looked and performed the parts exactly as intended. Um, you know, I particularly liked the monologue by the brother who ends up shooting himself in the beginning, in the middle of the film. That was a really good monologue and a very good scene. So, really nice script. You know, deep stuff, nicely written, well directed, well acted, and nicely shot.
Felt very personal from the close-ups of the characters conversing, and the back and forth camera cuts between them felt very personal, which enhances this film even more for me. I like how this was a character-driven film instead of a plot-driven film, and now these two guys come together and talk their personal demons out. The story has a quite tragic ending, and it comes to realize that these issues are in fact things that happen to several people in today's world. I love how the ending has the blood splatters on the wall and how it connects with the title of it being painted in black, just as the character is busy painting the wall black, sort of signaling or signifying him in general. So I thought this was a really well made short film with some great tension and some great character development moments.
This was brilliant. The performances are extraordinary. They really portray how we are trying to exploit siblings' resentment as the ultimate revenge. And talk about overkill. It is, they have this great touch of using the music with the same title, the lyrics, and as the music score for the closing. In general, the conversation is so natural. It looks so authentic with what they are talking about, what they're discussing, the resentment, how it was created a long time ago. It was very interesting to watch. I had a great time understanding their personalities, and I love the location too.